So in number 29, we are informed that Mika invests $4,000 for 3 years at a rate of 2.75% per year compound interest. So we are required to work out the value of the investment at the end of 3 years. Now, one thing that you have to remember is that for compound interest, um, final amount at the end of the investment period is equals to the initial amount multiplied by 1 plus the rate to the power of n, where n represents the number of years. So, and we can use this formula here to solve this problem. So basically, the value of the investment at the end of 3 years would be equal to the original amount that was invested, which is 4,000. And then we have 1 plus the rate. Now you have to change the rate as a decimal. So this has to be as a decimal. So that will be plus 0.0275 to the power of 3. And then you just work it out. So, well, this will be 4,000 into 1.0275 to the power of 3. Now, if you plug this in your calculator, you'll end up with 4,339.16. And that will be the value of the investment at the end of 3 years. Next question, Liam invests £8,000 in a savings account for 4 years. The saving account pays compound interest at the rate of 4.5% for the first year and 2.75% for subsequent years. Work out the value of Liam's investment at the end of 4 years. So at the end of 4 years, so we can just say at the end of 4 years, we shall have the original investment, which is 8,000. And then remember here, at the end of the first year, the multiplier is basically 100% plus 4.5%, which gives you 104%. So this will be 104.5%. And if you convert this to a decimal, that will be 1.045. And the same, so this is what you call the multiplier, yeah? This is the multiplier. The same thing here, you'll have 100% plus 2.75%, which will be 102.75%, which will be 1.0275. Again, that's a multiplier for the subsequent years. And this is happening for 4 years. So anyway, if we put this together, at the end of the first year, the amount at the end of first year will be what was invested initially, which is 8,000, multiplied by the multiplier, which is 1.045. So this is first year. And then multiplied by, because the investment is still in the bank, and then still earning interest for the subsequent years, which is 3 years. We shall have the multiplier will be 1.0275, and this will be to power 3 because this is happening for 3 years. Okay, so what you end up with at the end, if you multiply all this stuff together, you'll end up with the total investment at the end of 4 years, which will be 9068.84. And this will be the value of the investment at the end of 4 years. Okay. Max invests some money in a savings bond. The savings bond pays interest at the rate of 2% per year. At the end of the first year, his savings bond is worth that. Now, if you think about the formula for compound interest that I explained in the beginning of this video, um, so basically this will give us the rate. So R is 0.02. This gives us the amount. Yeah. So basically what we want to find is P. And um, this is at the end of the first year. So we can see that N is equals to 1. So if you plug all these parameters here, you'll end up with 5763 will be equal to P 1 plus 0.02 to the power of 1. So we have 5763 will be equal to P multiplied by 1.02. So P will basically be equal to 5763 divided by 1.02, which implies that P will be equal to 56. If you just plug in your calculator, 5650, and that will be the money that Max invested in the beginning of the investment period.